So a question I get asked quite a bit is, Coach Mandy, what is one of your favorite swim devices to use for your training? Well, I'll give you a hint. It's a little bit different than your typical kickboard, paddles, and buoys. Hey everyone, this is Coach Mandy, and in this video, I will be explaining one of my favorite devices to use for my own training and how important tempo is and why it is relevant for your training. Before I get into detail, if you are new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button at the bottom right-hand corner. And if you're returning, don't forget to hit the notification bell as well so that you'll be notified for videos that I will be posting weekly. Okay, so first I will explain what tempo is. And tempo is basically the time it takes in seconds to complete one stroke. For example, if we're using freestyle, it would be the time it takes to complete one hand entry. So to give you an example of a swimmer is think of a swimmer completing one stroke in 1.1 seconds, then their tempo would be 1.1, so pretty simple. So think of tempo as really another unit of time, and it can vary depending on the swimmer and the event that you're training for. However, there's a way to control this variable, and that is with the device I'm about to show you. So my favorite device to use is called a Tempo Trainer Pro, and it's by the company Finis, and it's a little bit bigger than a quarter, and it just fits in your cap. Either you put it behind your ear or on your temple. It's totally your preference, but you definitely want to use a cap so that you don't lose it. The good news is with this Tempo Trainer Pro, hopefully you can see it, is that it floats and it's waterproof, obviously. It's yellow, so you can easily find it, and if your battery runs out, you can easily replace it in the back. It just takes a watch battery. So if you can see it right now, that is the interface. There's a top button and two bottom buttons. Now the top button controls the mode. There's 3 modes, and the 2 bottom buttons just turn it on and off, and also change the tempo, whether you slow it down or you speed it up. So those are really the only buttons on the device. So how I'm going to turn it on is you're going to turn it on by holding the bottom right button. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And you might hear beeping. Hopefully you can see this. So right now it's showing 1.30, which means 1.3 seconds per beep, if you can hear it. So hopefully you can hear it. If you don't, it's just a beep every 1.3 seconds. So this is mode 1. This is the mode I prefer to train with, but you can change it to mode 2 or mode 3. It's completely your preference. So that is mode 1. Now, if I want to slow it down, I just hold the bottom right button, and I'm going to click it 10 times, which would be 1/10 of a second slower. And now it's at 1.4, which is a slow tempo, but you can maybe hear a little bit of a difference in that. So slight difference, it's just a little bit slower. Now to speed it up, you just click the left button 10 times or however much you want. If you want to bring it down all the way to 1.1, I'll go ahead and do that. And now it's at 1.1. So you have the ability to change it. The good news with this device is that time, or that beep, is constant. It never changes unless you change it. So that's mode 1. Now mode 2 is a little bit different. So you hold down the top button, flashes a 2, mode 2. And right now it says 36. So that is, it will beep every 36 seconds. So let's say you're in open water and you already know what your pace is. You would just count your strokes for that 36 seconds. And if it's consistent, then you know what your pacing is. So that's another mode that you can swim at if that's something that you are interested in. Now there's mode 3, which is very similar to mode 1. It's actually the same exact thing, but it's just displayed differently. It shows 60, which means strokes per minute. So it's just, the display is different, but it means the same thing. You can hear it beeping consistently. So if you know what your strokes per minute are, then mode 3 you can use. So it's completely, again, your preference. So that's a little bit about the Tempo Trainer in terms of how to use it and what it looks like. Also, I want to add one more important note about the Tempo Trainer device. In terms of mode 1, where you heard that consistent beep, think of every beep is every hand entry. So just like what I was explaining earlier about tempo, the time it takes in seconds to complete one stroke, then you would guide this based on each single hand entry. So now that you have a brief overview of what tempo is and how it's important for your training when you can control it, is that ultimately, once you decide what your desired race experience is, you can hardwire it using the Tempo Trainer device. So if you're interested in using a Tempo Trainer Pro, I have included a quick link in the description to purchase it from my online store, so it'll be shipped to you directly. Now, I want to end this video with a question for you. Is there a specific swim product that you have questions about or want a review on? Drop a comment below and let me know what it is. Of course, if you like this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and click the links in the description to help with your training. All right, you guys, I'm signing off, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and of course, stay tuned for more.